Hey guys, welcome back. Building big with Cities Skylines, episode 2. I'm Enigmius, and today we're continuing with our city. What else we're going to do? We're going to build a few things. I want to do something to this little area here for our residential area before we start zoning too much, because it's going to disrupt the existing zoning. I want to get a road in here so that we can get more use out of this space in the middle, because if we just leave it like that, it's kind of a big waste of space. So it's nothing particularly complicated that I want to do, except that it's going to be more one-way roads, and it's going to be a curvy one, and I'm okay with demolishing some of these cars that are parked on the side of the road, and we're just going to branch it off like that, which I think is not bad. And then we're going to kind of bring it in like this as part of the curvy thing. Distance is too short. We'll kind of go like that. And then we'll go like that. And still with the curviness. I just want a very subtle kind of curve. I don't want too big. Just a wee little feller. Shouldn't have done that. He was just a little feller. We're not having much luck. This is okay. There we go. It looks a little wonky, but judging by the color pattern, it's kind of what we're looking for. So we're gonna bring it on up this way. See, we're clipping a little bit down here, but that's fine by me. And then what we want to do is we're gonna do a hard left. And then we're going to do a hard right. And then we're going to do an even harder right. And I don't like it when it tries to do. That's not the angle that I wanted, game. Can we just a little bit like that? Did we do it? I think we did it. Oh, it's got stop signs. We're going to pretend that those are yield signs. Still, that's not bad. For what it is, it's pretty straightforward. Now, I just want to take a look before we forget. Water coverage is actually really good. And also, I want to see how much we're spending on water. This is what I was talking about in the last episode, the first episode, about water being the biggest cost. Early on, we've got our roads. For all the roads that we've done, is $200 a week, I think these are. And then our power is only $157 a week, and our water is just over $600 a week. So that's why I want to just be a little bit cautious about how much I'm running water pipes. Or that, okay, that. Sorry, I know, because there was a comment, and it was right. It was the obligatory comment about the shape of this sort of highway interchange, and then the thing leading, and then there was that comment that was made in the last video, and then as soon as I closed the window, this is the first thing that I see. It was totally unintentional, but it's there now. So we're going to hold off on zoning this area right on the inside here, because we've got water set up already to do all the zoning for that. And we might as well kind of let things go at a medium pace here, and we'll zone some more residential. We're gonna leave some of the uglier bits for commercial, little community corner stores, gas stations, all that good stuff. And we'll just kind of go like this. We'll do all that good stuff around here, and we'll kind of go up here. Might as well just go all the way around, and then we won't have to worry about residential for at least a little while. We'll be able to just kind of focus on the industrial and commercial expansion of our fine city, and we'll stop it right there. Make sure that we get it done right. There we go. And we still have massive demand for residential, but you can see We zoned it, and they all showed up. Everyone kind of decided to hop in and start building. So that's not bad. We have 15,000 in the bank, and because I know that probably one of our next major tasks is going to be zoning more industrial. While we have the money, I want to add another one of these wind thingamajiggies. Like so. A little bit of preemptive kind of power. So now I want to also keep an eye on the traffic here and make sure that people are able to get to work, because right now, like this guy is saying, not enough workers. Now, it could just be that the lack of residential stuff is not allowing, like, there's just not enough people to draw from for him to hire people that he needs. But on the other hand, it could just be that, you know, he's kind of a jerk and word is spread and nobody wants to work for him anymore. I've actually worked for a guy just like that, and he had this problem too. With it, just right above his business, there was a sign that flashed that says, "We don't have enough workers because this guy's an asshole." But you know how that is. That's just life. So one of the things that we could do, I think, do we want to do another branch off of our one-way road? We could try it. And again, we're early enough in the process that if we don't like it, it's not going to be a problem to change it later on. I've got a background task that is just making things misbehave. We're a little hamlet, which means we got some money and we got education and healthcare and garbage. Great. People are going to want garbage now. They're going to want us to manage the garbage, and I don't want to manage the garbage. I wanted to do this. Can you not? I was going to build kind of like an overpass that would come over this one-way road and kind of merge with this one so that people could bypass the roundabout, but the game doesn't seem to care. There we go. Now it's making it look like it's going to do the thing. Alright, so I just had to do a little bit of fiddling there to fix the stutter issue that we were having, because it was making the game a little bit ridiculous to play. So we have, we still got some residential demand. We've got a little bit of industrial demand starting to grow, and we can zone for that right now. We'll just make sure that we're going to have enough water and power where we're zoning, that no one's going to be complaining at us straight away. And power, yeah, we'll connect it to there. So we'll go like this. We'll just zone in a little bit of industrial down here. We'll expand. It looks like the guy who didn't have enough workers is now satisfied. He has enough workers. I don't want to go crazy with zoning industrial, because it's one of those things where it backfires on you later on if you zone too much and people don't actually want to use it. So we're going to go a little bit cautious with that. Now we're back to the roads. One-way road. We're going to... Yeah, it's going to be a bendy road. It's going to bend around this way. It's going to be kind of ugly for the zoning, but that's okay. Looks like we got... Did we get... No, it's just a junction. It's not so much an intersection. We're okay with that. And now we'll go... the big bendy road this way. And now we're going to have to be very careful about how we do the road in the middle. But we'll just kind of bring it up that way. And this way we can do the garbage. Because the people say they need the garbage picked up. And they want it picked up now. No excuses, no exceptions. So we're going to park it right next to the river. Because that's what good responsible people do these days. They put their landfill directly next to the river. And this is kind of a convenient location for the industrial area as well, except for the fact that you have to go this way and then all the way around, and then yeah, that's how you have to go if you want to get to the industrial area from the garbage. But that's par for the course. We kind of knew that was going to be the case from time to time. This guy is complaining about having too much garbage, but that'll be solved soon enough. So now we're kind of even low demand for residential, commercial, and industrial, but mostly people are clamoring for the residential. How much money do we have? Not bad. We're doing okay. So let's try and cut off the stupid before it even gets to start. And we'll get a school in here. What can I do here that's not going to cause too much disruption? There we go. Everyone here gets smart except for these houses. That's what's going to happen with that. We know that going into it. That's the only potential outcome. And then what have we got here? We've got medical clinic, water, electricity, patient capacity 100, 400 a week. And with the school that we just put in, you know what? We're going to have to do it eventually anyways. Let's keep our taxpayers alive, and then they can pay for more taxes, and we don't have to worry about how much it costs to keep the medical clinic going. So the residential area is good. Next up, I think when the city grows, we're going to have to do fire and police. I think that's going to be the whole idea. So let's... Still zoning for the residential. Alright, so water, we're going to have to... We have no choice now. Actually, we do have a big choice. A huge choice. Just go like this. Zoning for residential. Going to be this whole area in here. Oops. Not that it's going to be anything other than residential there. I just don't want people developing there and then complaining that there's no water. So that's why we're keeping that unzoned for now. There we go. So we got the public school system up and running, corrupting more young minds. And we've got a medical clinic keeping the old people alive longer. Look at this. Do you see that? They stopped. It's so someone was saying that it's the 6th lane that causes that. What is it? 6-lane one-way roads. If we downgrade it, what is it? 4-lane road with decorative grass, 4-lane road with decorative trees, 2-lane one-way roads. Is there not like a 4-lane? There's no 4-lane one-way road. That's no fun. 4-lane road. Decorations, lower noise pollution, sports medium traffic, 4-lane road with decorative trees. And then this is the highways. Highways with sound barrier. Okay, that's the one that's the one-way. So I think we're just going to leave our little roundabout for now, recognizing that it's not ideal, especially with the occasional traffic stops. And then when we have access to the highways, we'll upgrade it so that we don't have, hopefully, these intersections here, because that's kind of silly when everyone could be merging and they're coming to a complete stop like they are there, and there's no reason for them to be stopped. It's not like traffic is that aggressive. Okay, I got close to the industrial area and it started making noises at me. I was a little concerned. So far, do we have any notices, Tweeterbird? Trash is piling up, healthcare, okay. Everybody's happy, garbage collection service. Alright, you got nothing, Tweety Bird. So let's speed it up a little bit and see what happens. Health care goes universal around the world, blah blah blah. Lots of nice places springing up, big houses, people are happy, no power. Oh, we got the rolling brownouts. So we're still earning, we're earning a little bit less than we were 10 minutes ago, but We have enough for another one of these guys. And we'll try and get it where it's still going to generate the 8 megawatts that it's capable of. There we go. 8 megawatts. And that should, when it kicks in, resolve. Yeah, there we go. That was very fortunate because that could have gone very, very badly if we had just finished zoning for residential, getting a handle on all that, and all of a sudden we start having rolling brownouts. And of course, it's the stupid people houses. The kids can't go to school because they're too far away from it. That then end up having the brownouts. So we can start, I think, zoning a little more commercial. We don't want to go crazy with it. We will, yeah, let's do this. The one place where it makes absolutely no sense for people to stop and get out of their vehicles so they can go shopping. Oh, look at that. We already grew. New areas we have access to. If we were ready to expand, we could do that. We could have more loans, more policies. We can set up districts, specialized industries, and set up services policies, police department, fire department, unique buildings, agriculture and forestry specialization, new policies for power usage, blah, 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 smoke detector distribution, and all that stuff. Cool. So that was good timing because we just were kind of bottoming out in the finances department. We were still earning from taxes. We weren't losing every week because we were spending more than we were bringing in from taxes. We just didn't have a lot left in the bank to be spending. So we're going to fill out the commercial areas around our little roundabout here. And maybe, do we want to expand them towards the dump and beyond? No, I don't think that we really want to do that. But we'll be a little bit careful about where it's going. Let's just kind of tuck some in here. That should give them enough to keep them happy for a little while anyways. And then over here, expanding this is easy enough. Yeah, we'll just kind of go this way with that. And hopefully everything will kind of line up with the water and the shenanigans and all that good stuff. It looks like they're right next to the industrial that already had zoned, but with the one-way roads, it's quite a distance. So they can wave at each other from building to building across this thing here, but it takes them like half an hour to drive around if they want to just swap parts or do something work-related. So keeping an eye on our little bars down here. Industrial's filling out. Commercial, see, all we did was add that few little blocks of commercial, and it's already reduced the demand. Industrial demand is going down, and we haven't even used half the areas in the zones that we've designated. So we're in good shape. Next up will be another stab at residential development. But I kind of think that we're going to need more power soon as well. Before we get any of that, we should put the police station up here by the kids who can't go to school. No, we're pushing it already. We're pushing the bounds of humor with that one. We can only get away with it for so long before people start to get upset. Let's put it down here. Actually, no, let's not. Let's put it here so that it's close to the roundabout, and they could basically get pretty close to anywhere. They can leave here and they can get on the road, and then from the roundabout they can decide where they want to go, and that'll give them the fastest option to get around for those guys. And these guys, I'm going to park you right across the street. It's not perfect coverage up for the people always getting the shaft up here. But, there's only so much you can do. So how are we doing finances? Financially, wow, not bad at all. Despite having just spent on police and fire that have pretty hefty weekly maintenance costs, we are still in the green. We're still making money, and the city is still growing, albeit not very quickly. The residential demand is quite high. Smoke detector distribution, that's going to cost us an arm and a leg, but we're going to do that because that seemed to keep the fire threat down. And we're going to be inundated by claims of people's cats who were saved by having a smoke detector. Let's keep milking the areas that we've already got set up, even though these people are also going to be on the fringes of what may or may not be reachable for the local school system. Hopefully they'll forgive us if it's outside the range. It should be noted that we're not the ones saying you can't go to school. We're saying, you know, if you're going to go to school, these are your options. And they're like, no, that's too far. Just going to keep our kids at home, causing trouble. Yeah, it's time. We've milked this for as long as we can, so we're gonna distance too short. We're gonna just kind of run it down like that and have it connect up, not because it has to, but because we can. And that means we can just go like this and all of it now. We're gonna run out of power before we need more residential space zoned after we've done that. And that's not a bad looking little area. We've got this. The industrial area is kind of growing fairly well. We still, this is what I was talking about, we still have apparently pristine water because we've got our sewage outflow pipe going into the river, and the river's pulling it all that way faster than this can accumulate, so that's fairly decent. Oh, see, no water is what they're telling me now. Oh, look at that. We were previously trying so hard to save money on water, which we did a fairly reasonable job of. And it finally caught up to us. Someone was tipped off to our cheapness. Why is it... it won't let me connect to anything there. Not enough money, that's why. Oh, and we're in the negative. We're in the red. $39, $43 a week. We can afford single pipes, single water pipes. They're like 16 feet long. You can buy one at a time. We're starting to get the rolling brownouts now. But we're heading back into the green because we've got so much residential space available. And the commercial space now is also starting to show an interest in expanding. I'm kind of thinking that we might have to come up with a new area for the commercial to expand into, like run a road down this way and start doing commercial in here, and then leave this area for industrial and stuff like that, and then the residential over here and expand that way, and kind of have the commercial as a buffer between the two. I think might work. We'll find out. We're back in the green. We've got $149 in the bank. And this seems like a good idea to finish off this episode. Next episode, we're going to solve our little issues. We've got some industrial buildings that want workers. We need power. We need to finish getting water to this area. But these guys are good for now. Anyways, we don't necessarily have to finish this off. And then we need to address our commercial expansion issue. So maybe what I'll let it do is just run for a little while and accumulate some money. And then the next episode, we'll start with the expansion. So I hope you're enjoying the series. Please leave your comments and feedback. If you want to be notified when I add this and other videos to my channel, you can always subscribe to my channel. And you can follow me on social media for notifications. Links for that are always in the information section below the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.